What's up, everybody? This is Dwight here with Retro Crypto YouTube channel. Just turning on some background music there, change things up a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't hear the background music play, but it says it's playing, so it's playing. But got some stuff I want to talk to you guys about today. It's a pretty exciting day. Every day is exciting in the crypto world. It's much more exciting when I see more green than red, but you take the good with the bad. I'm sure you guys understand what I mean. Just going to jab a jar for a little bit. What I've learned about live streams is it takes YouTube a while to notify people to jump in. So look, we got 2 viewers, which is awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. That way we get more people in here. But yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit, what's going on Twitter, what I saw that interested me before we go into technical analysis, before we go into the AI ecosystem, and whatever you guys want to talk about. One thing I've always been curious, do you guys like the music in the background or is it distracting? Because if it's distracting, I can turn it off. But I need you guys to let me know. All right. But if you like it, then I definitely want to play it. But I never can get an answer on that one. But I'll take what I can get. And I got 1 like so far. So whoever hit that like button, thank you. All right. Don't matter. Okay, cool. All right. So, but it's not too loud, not too annoying, Chad. And Chad, thank you for being in here. I greatly appreciate it. It's like a little blessing for me. All right. Let's go ahead and drop this down here. And let's take a quick peek at Twitter. Every day I stop, I look in here to see what Richard Hart had to say, what Jack Levin had to say. That's how I start my day off. And then I go to hear what my wife has to say. Uh-oh, that's not Richard Hart. Here we go. Win. Boom. All right, so what did Richard Hart tweet out there today? Let's see, 5 hours ago. You can't actually own cryptocurrency. You can just think you're the only one that knows the key. This truth invalidates many laws and regulations. What if 2 people know a key? What if your random number generator was weak and made a predictable keys? Happened in Bitcoin, 1x. Okay. What if your wireless keyboard was sniffed or a phone on your desk used accelerometer to sense key presses, or audio recordings with sample of your typing deciphered your typing to sound fingerprints, or Tempest monitored your screen emissions? Endpoint security is hard. Somehow there's 100 fake scam mevs bots replies. Okay. So Richard Hart's basically on a security tip these days. One time, a Bitcoin wallet phone app had weak, predictable random number generations, which got lots of Bitcoin users private keys known by others. What if you had a remote access Trojan or mileage on your device? What if a camera was behind you? What if your backup was found? Malware like a keylogger, not a mileage autocorrect. Okay, where's he going at with this? Your Ethereum in your Bitcoin wallet is not a wallet; it's a key ring. It just holds keys. You can have many other key rings with copies of the same keys in them. Stop calling cryptocurrency wallets. They're not. Your coins are not in your wallets. They're in the blockchain. Okay. All right. So Richard Hart's back to his educating self again, which is cool. I hope a lot of people realize that the blockchain is where the keys are actually stored, where the cryptocurrency is actually stored, and the keys give you access to that cryptocurrency. But I do love the fact that Richard Hart's back to his old ways. There's no bling bling. There ain't no Lambos. It ain't no obnoxious gold necklaces, which I don't mind obnoxious gold necklaces, to tell you the truth. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like that. I like seeing that. Now, I just want to see V3 Pulse Chain. How about you guys? Let's see what Jack Levin had to say today. Jack Levin's actually been dropping some bombs, in my opinion. And Jack Levin is with Zen. If you guys don't know about it, that's in here. Let's see what he did. 2 hours. The worlds are merging. Zen, Bitcoin. Oh, that sums that up. Merging Zen and Bitcoin. So, as I was talking about yesterday with the ordinals, I think Jack Levin has something up his arm, his sleeves. It's coming. He's going to be launching something on the Bitcoin on blockchain. Ordinal friends. Let's see. Yep. design Zen ordinals. Okay, I did not see this one, so let's look a little closely at this one. I missed this yesterday. All right, Zen. Wow. Okay, well, I kind of actually get what he's going at with this, but we are just going to wait for a video where it's much easier to decipher. All right. So we got two people in here. I'm losing somebody already. So let's jump right in. Doesn't matter. Richard needs to start worrying a little more about Pulse chain, a little less security. Laugh out loud. I agree and I disagree with that because if you think about it, his mindset at this point, it feels to me like his mindset currently is all about security, which it will be more on a dev level with the Pulse chain and all. So I'm wondering if like what you're thinking about the most. And if he's more worried about security, making sure that there's no way that somebody can't do something malicious to Pulse chain when it launches. Maybe that's where his mind is right now, and I truly think it's getting close. But yeah, that I do appreciate you leaving that comment in though, Chad. The more comments, the more YouTube spreads it. I already got 4 people. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, if you want to discuss anything, and I mean any projects out there, hit me up in the chat. Let's start talking about them. There's so much to talk about these days. It's not even funny. All right, so we got 6 people, so it's time to get started. All right, it's not bad. That's a pretty good turnaround actually for me these days. All right, so we'll just hit up with Bitcoin first. I still have that charted out for yesterday. A little, some of it is still charted out from yesterday, and we'll just shoot from the hip today. Have some fun. I really want to encourage you guys to start chatting back with me. Let's educate each other. I actually got educated yesterday by someone, and I appreciated it because they told me about the DBXEN project. So I did some digging and looking around in it today, and it's pretty cool. It's there to burn Zen. It looks like every block that you burn is got to be 2 million. I believe it's 2,500,000 Zen, and yeah, it's pretty dang cool. What's up, Clay? Did I miss anything? No, just me talking about Richard Hart and Jack Levin's postings. Jack Levin's definitely on the Bitcoin blockchain tip. He's talking about the ordinals again, so something's coming. We just gotta be patient. He is the innovator. You gotta admit that. And just looking at Richard Hart's tweets, and they were a lot about security, which I did like because it kind of makes me feel like his frame of mind is focused on the right thing now instead of Gucci bags. I was so sick of the Gucci bag stuff. It was cool at first, but I got sick of it very quickly. All right. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin here. Now, I was going to long the market yesterday, and I'm really glad I didn't. I'm not going to do anything because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am going to start playing around with longing and shorting because I know how to do the technical analysis, and I know how to do do a stop loss and all the basics. So why not? Just got to proceed very carefully with a stop loss and set my profit taker. That way I stick with a plan. But yeah, the Bitcoin is definitely in the middle of a pullback. I think that there's CPI data being released on Friday. The market's kind of in chaos right now because China is printing currency while China is purposely inflating while the US is purposely trying to deflate. I like to see who wins that battle. The one thing that I have my fingers crossed is I'm hoping that China maybe is trying to put out an image that doesn't fully exist, kind of like Russia with their military in the Ukraine, but only time will tell. But it's going to get very interesting because if with the China pushing inflation, I mean, I, I don't know what the Fed is going to do, to tell you the truth. This is going to get very messy very quickly. Like, I guess we had the Cold War with Russia. Maybe the US and China will just make it a financial war, which might be worse than a Cold War. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, so let's take a peek here at Bitcoin. You can see that it pulled back today. The market was mainly driven by a lot of Chinese cryptocurrencies like VeChain. What's another old school one? There were so many old ones. I actually own some of them still. Where's a good one? Not near. It's freaking. I've had it forever. Still sitting in that wallet. Where is it? Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of. So right now, like Tron's another one, but Tron's not the one I was thinking about. But yeah, the Chinese narrative is really is really the Chinese narrative is definitely it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words. So let's just stick with the technical analysis for now. What do you guys say? Oh, by the way, I got 9 people in here. Thank you guys. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I got 9 people already. Please take a second and hit that like button. I got 4 likes. I need 5 more likes for 9 people. Please just take a second and hit that like. It only takes half a second. I'm still waiting. Nobody hit it yet. Hit that like. All right. If you haven't hit that like yet, also, if you already hit the like, make sure you're subscribed. A lot of people watch the videos and they don't subscribe, but what you don't understand is that YouTube looks at you guys to help my channel grow. So they were like, well, they glanced at it, but they don't subscribe. So make sure you subscribe if you like my content. If you don't like my content, subscribe anyway. It's Black History Month. Yeah, reparations or something. All right. Anyway, enough joking around. All right. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Now, right now, I'm using the Fu Manchu Cipher chart. You get this on TradingView for free, and I've integrated it with the Ichimoku chart in the VRVP Volume Profiler. I have a video on how you could do this yourself. Now, I do think that in order to do everything that you see here, you have to pay the minimum monthly fee. But if you don't want to do that, you can still do it for free on TradingView with the you can still do it on free on TradingView just with the Cipher, the Fu Manchu Cipher. Okay. All right. So taking a quick peek here at Bitcoin, the upper starting, we're going to chart this. We're going to start this at January 28th. Make it recent. The upper resistance point for Bitcoin right now is at $25,295 roughly. The lower support level is at 21,348. You can see right now the Ichimoku is set to the 4-hour chart, which goes 4 days in advance. So Ichimoku is predicting that Bitcoin should stay bullish 4 days into advance from now. So that'll be up to February 25th. Okay, now looking at this chart here, on February 19th, we had a bearish continuation. Then we had a little X, which is a short signal, and then a bullish continuations, a bearish continuation, and then a short signal. So that's where we're at with that with Bitcoin right now. I would say the Cipher, the A chart, in my opinion, is still bullish. I know the daily chart is very much so bullish, as you can see. The daily chart, Ichimoku is bullish out until the 18th. We had a change for previous trend here and nothing but bullish indicators. So according to the Cipher A chart, Bitcoin, without a question, is still considered bullish. Now, like I said, it really depends on what's going to happen on Friday as this week goes along. The 4-hour chart for the Cipher B is a little bit more interesting. As you can see, that these decreases in momentum have been confirmed with these lines between there and then there. So the decrease in momentum is definitely an important thing to keep in mind. Let me open this up a little bit so you can see it. Now, right now, we're in the middle of a good channel. So this is a long signal. We're riding up through this channel on a 4-hour chart, but it did drop off right here. And you can see the volume is down. The volume is yellow, and that's definitely down. And the momentum is coming back. It's still headed in a negative direction. Now, the cash flow, which is the green in the background, that's very much so still good cash flow to the overall crypto market. But Bitcoin, now the RSI is, I kind of like the RSI where it's at right now. The RSI is not overbought or oversold. It's right in that neutral territory. There's nothing wrong with being neutral. It's a very good, comfortable spot. Like I would feel very good in buying some Bitcoin with the RSI where it's at. When I see it way overheated or way oversold, makes me very nervous when there's too much movement there. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, I got 5 likes. Can I get another like? Somebody please hit that like. I can't stand having to keep saying this. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency, it's essential that you do your own research before making any and all financial decisions. All right, so let's jump over here to this chart that I had up yesterday that I still saved. And we can see, just like I said, it's bouncing around in here still. It's still bouncing around in there. So it's looking like it wants to break through, but it can't. It's getting a lot of resistance. As you can see, it keeps bouncing off of that $25,227 point. Eventually, hopefully, we will break through it and we'll stay within this range. So I kind of want two different things to happen. I want to stay within this wedge, this ascending wedge, going in the right direction. And I want to break through this resistance point here. So there's two separate things I really want to have happen. I do not want to see it approach this down here, which is $15,463. But if I did see Bitcoin drop in that direction, I hope you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going all in because the bottom, I know the bottom's in. I'm going all in, and yeah, but that's me. All right. Now, that's enough for Bitcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum very quickly. I did not talk about Ethereum yesterday, and Ethereum's pretty important. Let's talk about the foundation of cryptocurrency, HEX, Ethereum, and then, you know, everything blossoms from there. There's other layer ones, but I know you guys get my drift with that. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at Ethereum with the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart's predicting Ethereum. The Ichimoku is predicting it to be bullish, as you can see here with the red and then the green up there. That goes 4 days into the future. Their 4-hour chart is looking very similar to Bitcoin. As you can see, there's a bearish continuation, then a short signal and a drop. It's really not that exciting. The lower support level is at what, around $1,462. That's kind of important to maintain. The RSI is indicating that it is oversold right now. It's not overheated. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. But it's definitely oversold. Now, down here with the B chart, you'll see that we're riding right down through this channel. So it's definitely a significant pullback. The volume's down, momentum's down. Yeah. Ethereum might drop. It might drop a little bit more. It should hold at this core level right here, which is at $1,583. But we'll have to see. I would actually consider shorting it to that point. I'm thinking about it. Nah, I'm going to chill until Friday. Stick with the plan, right? Stick with the plan. All right. So that's where Bitcoin, Ethereum is. Hey, guys, you're not chatting again. What projects do you want me to cover? What do you want to see? I have no problem pulling them up. I have nowhere to be until 6:30, which means I need to leave here at 6. So if you want me to cover a project, you want to talk about something, chat, type away. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. All right. Let's take a peek at HEX very quickly. We're going to look at HEX with the, we'll start different today. All right. So here's HEX. Now, right now, all of a sudden, YouTube hears me say HEX, and it's going to send out the message to everybody. All right, let's talk about HEX. Now watch this grow to 10 people quickly. All right. Actually, it was faster with Zen yesterday. All right, so with HEX, this is an exponential moving average, and we're going to start HEX out with the daily chart. Now, the daily chart is hella bullish. That's what I want to say for HEX. As you can see, that looks very good there. It's nothing but tons of support over it. So over the ribbons. Now we look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour is nowhere near as strong, as you can see, and we've broken back down into the ribbons. We're still bullish, but it's looking very weak right now. So HEX is definitely in the middle of a pullback, and yes, we're down 12%. So yeah, it's looking very bearish right now. I'm hoping it could pull itself out of there. Now the 2-hour chart for HEX is extremely bearish as we broke down to the bottom. And the 1-hour chart. All right, so HEX is bearish right now, guys. What can you say? HEX is bearish. No worries. We'll be just fine. Why? Because it's HEX. And I believe when everything's all said and done, the story is told, it will be one of my best investments of my life. Yep, it will be. I'm gonna get my wife. I'm gonna get my wife all done up. I'm gonna get her everything she ever wanted. I'm gonna get my wife a breast job. I'm going to get her the skin tightened up, you know, like my skin needs to be tightened up. I'm going to get her, what else do I need to get her? The tires, get tires pumped up a little bit. No, I'm just playing. Nah. She's behind me. I'm picking on her. All right. So, yeah, they're back on target. So let's go talk about HEX right now. So HEX on a 4-hour chart is very bullish. next 4 days into the advance. It's still Ichimoku is predicting that it's bullish. All right, now Ichimoku is not 100%, and that's why I like it, but it is right more than is wrong. You got to remember, as it was going up like this, it was preceding what was actually going to happen. So we'll have to see. Maybe this pullback won't be too far because, as you can see right here, there was a short signal and it did pull back, but we still continue the upward trend. So don't panic. Don't go out there selling anything. You don't lose until you sell. Take those profits. You don't lose until you sell. That means I believe in hodling and taking on profits. I got 9 viewers. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Please hit the like button so we can get this out there. Without the likes, YouTube will not present this video, so we can really get this chat rolling. And if you guys want me to talk about any projects, type away, please. The chat is dead. Chad, and Clay are the only people in there talking. There should be people talking. There's plenty of people in here, especially with all y'all hitting the like button right now, right? All right. So I wouldn't worry too much about HEX. It's just let it do it. I prefer it looking like this, actually. Anything that goes straight up comes straight back down usually. You know what I mean? Laws of gravity. HEX Crypto, Cult DAO, we can do that. All right. And by the way, if you saw my video yesterday, when I had Dion with me, that project, Poly, dang it, Poly something. It really reminded me of Cult DAO actually, because it's kind of elastics, because it's based on like a bunch of people voting to dump certain projects into a pool and then taking that pool of money and taking a profit or the loss, but as a group. And I know Cult DAO was based on venture capitalists, removing venture capitalists from the picture and people pooling their money up and voting on where the money would be invested. So hopefully Cult DAO makes it. All right, let's see here. So yeah, I think HEX looks very bearish with exponential moving average. This is the Cipher B chart's actually showing a pretty significant drop in the momentum. The volume is down. Ooh, the RSI is way down. So yeah, HEX is going bearish right now, guys. Don't panic. You got to think this baby ran up how much? Now for it to do a 12% drop pullback, that's no big deal. I look at that as a buying opportunity, honestly, because it needs to cool down. Because if I go from this high point right here, drag this backwards, we'll pick a date to January 31st. That's like 64% since January 31st. We can give back 12%. There's nothing to panic about, guys. All right. All right. And did I do this one? Okay. Yes, I did. All right. Now here's another chart here. I want you to look at HEX. This is a little bit different than Bitcoin. HEX is doing the opposite of what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is riding against the top resistance point, whereas HEX is breaking down from that resistance point and about to fall beneath the range that it's been uptrending in its wedge. So yeah, HEX is going to do a little bit of pullback on us, guys. Just buckle up, it'll be fine. And the fear and greed indicator has HEX with going bearish, and the MACD for HEX is bearish. Yep. All right. So that's for HEX and Bitcoin. And I got to do Zen. I always got to do the same stuff first. And then whatever you guys want to chat about, for real. Zen. Actually, let's see here. Polygon. Now, which one is this? There's so many Zens. Got to keep track. All right, this is Polygon Zen. Polygon Zen is actually looking pretty good still. All right, so we'll go ahead and chart this out. The Cipher chart doesn't work too much for it because it's such a small cap. But yeah, Polygon's looking very good. Look at that. That trend is still rolling. We're doing quite well. I'm gonna put a line up here for this resistance point. I want to see when we break through that. But the Polygon Zen, that's the M Zen, that is moving along quite well. Now that is moving along so well due to this project right here. I'm going to have to share a different screen, so bear with me. Polygon is moving along well due to this project. I had to do some research on it yesterday before. I might have to add this over here. Bear with me for a second, guys. The DBXEN project is what's causing this because of the burning. And that's exactly the way it's supposed to work. That's what Phoenix is going to do. That's what the reflection token is going to do. It's just all, but all that's a waiting game right now. All right, there we go. There's the stream. I'm back on the stream with 4 of you. Oh, I say Zen and everybody runs. You're so funny. All right. So anyway, so we're gonna put this up in here for Zen, and now I start talking about Zen. Now there's gonna be a bunch of people that come here from Zen. Watch, like YouTube is amazing how this works. I wish I could figure it out, but it's how it works. So if we look at Zen real quick, and can y'all see that? Y'all cannot see this, right? I gotta make sure. This would be like the worst thing ever. All right. No. Let me put this in here. Nope, that's not there. No. All right, so I just gotta remember the password very quickly. Now it's gonna pick on me. It would be, oh, I know what I did wrong. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so share this screen. Slides, no. Prevent, stop screen. First time I changed screens, so I'm gonna stop this screen, and now I'm gonna add a new screen. Almost there, almost there. Calm down, hold your horses. All right, so here's DBXEN, and I still didn't read the white paper and all. I read no more than I did last night, but I did look into it enough to make sure I felt comfortable before adding it to a wallet, which is not the end of the world wallet for me at all. But it it's pretty straightforward. Basically, it says choose the number of Zen batches you want to burn, and that's one batch equals 2,500,000 Zen. And then when you burn that, you will be awarded a DBXEN, a DBXEN token, or DXN token, and your staked amount, and then you can stake them. So basically, it's daily stats. This cycle mints 9,960 DXNs. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. It's a matter of me having some Polygon to get in there and play with it, or actually read the smart contract. I mean the light paper. I just didn't feel like it. I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it. It's kind of weird. I think it's because there's so much going on. But I really don't have any Zen on Polygon. I won't have none for like 100 days. So in 99 days, I'll be doing a video on it. But if you do have Polygon, here you go. And then you can get the DXN tokens, which they are holding their value very well, actually. Let's see. Clay Bentley, I burnt 2.5 million MZen yesterday and made 10 DB Zen tokens. And the DB Zen tokens, I can pull that up. So let's close this screen out. I'm going to get the hang of this stop screen, and I'll pull up the other screen. Nope, I don't want that screen. I want this screen. I want this screen. There we go. Okay. All right, so with this one, if I pull up Dex Screener, and the DBXEN is, I have it on the charts already. I was playing with it earlier today. Wow, the charts are bad. Oh, for the guys that are in here now, please hit that like button. My likes are slow today. I only got 7 likes with all you guys and gals in here. Please get my likes up to 20 so I get this video out there. I have hardly any. I got 7 likes. That's like low. Very low. All right, so DBXEN, here we go on Polygon. We are currently sitting at, boom, we'll go here, there, bam. Oh, I mean, give it a better color, guys, sorry. So you can actually see it. There we go. All right, so DBXEN, this is their bottom point at 0.2592. So Clay Bentley yesterday burnt 2.5 million Zen, MZen, and made 10 Zen tokens. So that's what, like 250 roughly. So that's where it's at. But you got to remember the Polygon is there's so many Zens minted in Polygon. It's going to be quite interesting. But I just the true meaning of being hyperinflated. And we'll see how long this level holds or what happens. But we need more projects like this to bring down hyperinflation of Zen at the end of the day. All right. Now, what else did I want to talk about? I really wanted to talk about AI. But before we talk about AI, let's go ahead and chart out Cult DAO for Mr. Hex for 2. So let's go over here to Cult DAO. I do own some Cult DAO. It's just sitting there. I like the concept. The concept was pretty cool. Let's see what happens. I think I got like in August, somewhere around then. Sounds about right. All right. So Cult DAO on a 4-hour chart. Ichimoku. You know what? Let's do this right. Cult DAO on a daily chart. Ichimoku is predicting Cult DAO to stay bullish for up until March 18th with the way that it's currently headed, with the pattern that it has. Got a lot of bullish indicators and bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. It's a very volatile one to hold. So that means you got to be willing to ride the waves and don't panic when it drops on you. It did have a short signal on February 13th, but then went back to being with bullish continuations. The Cipher B chart looks better, looks very good. You're riding right through a channel right here, a bullish channel, a long signal. The momentum's up, the volume's up, cash flow's up. RSI is a little hot, but it's pulling back to a more so reasonable point. So it is a little overbought right now, but nothing too ridiculous. Now, if you go to the 4-hour chart, you'll see for the next 4 days, the Ichimoku still predicts it to be bullish. But it is in the middle of a pullback. Like I said, there is a positive wick right here. The momentum is dropping down. The volume's down, cash flow's down. The RSI is stabilized with the 4-hour chart, which is good news. And then the 2-hour chart for Cult DAO is looking like we're still in the midst of a pullback. But the Cipher B does look like we might be firing off with a change here with going with a long signal. So we have to watch that closely. The volume is neutral. All right. And the RSI is now oversold instead of being overbought on a 2-hour chart. So, what the heck? Let's look at the 1-hour chart. And the 1-hour chart is more the same. All right. So that's where Cult DAO is there. Now, if we chart it out differently, which I don't have a problem doing. So let's go over here, load layout, and I want to do neutral. And then we'll go to Cult DAO. All right, so with this chart here, let's see. So what date is this? July 24th. So from July 24th, I love doing this. I don't know why, but I like to see the percentage that is either gained or pulled back. So from July 24th to we'll go to the present day actually. To the present day, we're down. Cult DAO is down 61.72%, which is a heck of a pullback. It's not crashed, so that's a good thing. I believe they're still building. It's been kind of quiet lately, though. Some of the guys that are really pushing it. But it is on an upward trend here, so that is something to be hopeful about. That uptrend goes without question. Now, right now, we're looking at the daily chart. I'm sure if we look at the 4-hour chart, is much more volatile than this. Let's get rid of this. It's not going to let me. All right, it's not going to let me. All right, so yep. So we're riding it. It's actually a pretty good looking uptrend there, guys. Honestly, that's actually pretty good. Like I said, I own some. This is one of my long shots. So I'm hoping for the best. It's a DAO, so I have to wait and see. Clay Bentley. It has a 500 million max token cap, 62-year roadmap. Yeah, 62 years, I'm dead. They tripped me out with this like 62-year. I get the whole idea, like with DBXEN. I get the whole idea of like 62-year roadmap. Yeah. So that means that a kid that's 7 years old will be 69 when it's complete. Whatever. But yeah, I saw that. I did see that though. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? What other projects before I start talking about AI and what I think AI is going to bring to the table? Is there anything else you guys want me to chart out very quickly? because I am pretty excited about AI, and I only briefly talked about it yesterday, and then somebody brought up Fetch, and then Fetch took off today, and then I'm like, yeah, we need to spend more time talking about this because AI is going to, I think AI is definitely going to be the DeFi project. It's going to be the DeFi of the next bull market. Now, NFTs, I think that they're going to have their role without a question. The NFTs will have their role during the next bull market, but AIs, I think, are going to be very much big players. So let's see what we got here for today. Like here's Fetch right here. Fetch, I'm actually going to look into getting some of. I should have got some today actually, and I didn't. Ajax is another hot one that I'm aware of, and I was aware of it before everybody else was really talking about it. I've heard somebody talk about Singularity DAO, but I haven't really looked into it. The problem with this is when you start dealing with Graph. I'm definitely dollar cost averaging into GRT. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. So I actually own Graph, GRT, and Graph, and I actually own Ajax, and I want to add Fetch to my portfolio. But here's the catch: what like just like with DeFi or Metaverse. Remember the metaverses? Every project in the world was a metaverse, and you can go on there and look to this day, and there's a ton of projects saying metaverse, metaverse, and they're not metaverses at all. You know what I mean? So I think this next bull run, you're going to see a lot of things claiming that it's AI, because even people not into AI, they have heard about it or they're aware of it now because of what Chat GP, whatever it's called. I was looking at yesterday. Why do I forget the name of this stuff when I need GPT? Yeah, that's it. The Chat GPT. You can see it on my video from yesterday if you're curious about that. But everybody's aware of AI. Even my wife knows now about AI, and she's not into that kind of stuff at all. And so projects are going to say, "Yeah, I'm AI," and they're not. So you want to be very careful with where you invest to make sure you're actually investing in a project based on artificial intelligence. All right. Let's take a peek here at Fetch right now. You know what? Let's go with the number one. So the number one is GRT, the graph. Now the funny thing about the graph is I remember when it came out before, right? It came out, they came on Coinbase prior to the bull run, and there was like a lot of talk about them. But I was just like, I wouldn't. So I remember I brought some, and I was like, all right, well, I should have some of this, and then nothing ever happened. So I was just like, I moved on, like most people do. But apparently, I should have held on to it, and that's the way the game is played, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and look at GRT, and we're gonna look at GRT with Market Cipher right now. We're gonna put this on a daily. Where's the Vu Manchu cipher? Call it what it is. And if you guys are in here right now, I'm not getting a lot of likes today. I only have, I got 9 likes. Cool, 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 cool. Keep hitting those like buttons, guys. I appreciate it. I got some Fetch. That's what I'm talking about, Bentley. You on it, man, or ma'am? I'm Clay. I'm assuming that's a man. Yeah, that's a man. Early. You got in early. Nice. All right. All right, on the daily chart, the graph is definitely bullish. You see the Ichimoku here is predicting to be bullish out through March 18th. We're riding up in a nice upward trend here. That goes without question. The Cipher B chart here is showing a bit of pullback or momentum, which is consistent with what's going on from this point on. So there's a pullback in the momentum. We're dropping, and it thought about going back to positive, went back to negative, and we continue to drop. We're right in this sell channel right here, and the volume is negative, but just barely. Yeah, it's negative, not too bad, but the volume is negative. Now the RSI still indicates graph as being overbought on a daily, so that's something that you want to keep in mind. Now, if you look at it, graph with the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart for graph actually is indicating a bullish continuation, then a sell signal. So it's actually indicating a sell signal on the cipher on a Fu Manchu A chart. Then on the B chart, it's indicating a sell, and it's riding down through this channel. So it's having a pullback right now, but the whole market's pulling back, as we already know. And the volume is down and the RSI is down. But like I said before, don't panic because the whole market's pulling back. So it's kind of like, Now, when it pulls back like this, then what I do like to do though is I'll come over and just look at it for its, its basic overall health. So if you look at the chart, and we're gonna draw this out a little bit here. We'll do a little bit of drawing here. So the primary support level, this baby better not go beneath 0.054 cents, or you better start running for the hills. That's kind of obvious, right? Then we're going to take, and it looks like we can do a nice little wedge here. So we're going to go from here, and then wedge it from here. It's not quite downward though. I thought it was going to be downward angle, but it's not really. So right now, what we're going to do with this. So if you got if you have TradingView or something like this, the tool that you could do with projects like this. Now you're going to want to save the chart because I like to reference back to it. But right now, this is bouncing back and forth within this wedge. And believe it or not, it's just the way it works, and it's kind of amazing. Before it reaches, actually, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. Nah, I'll leave it the way it is. Okay. Before this reaches this point here, it's either got to go north, which will be bullish, or south, which is negative. But either way, it's got to make a choice. But just looking at this project, I'm liking it. The chart of it looks good. It's trading within a pretty tight range right now, but that's not a bad thing. It's definitely not a bad thing because it was overheated. So it's kind of slowed down a bit. I don't mind that at all. See where is this bouncing around in here? You got a little W going on in there for win, but it didn't exactly win. Yeah, I'm actually liking this one, guys. The more I look at it, let's see. Let's look at how much it pulled back from how much it gained from the bottom here. Let's see what these people made. We're going to start it back here at January 1st, right before the AI craze. At its high point, it was up 321%. It is currently up to 199% from January 1st. So for those of you like probably Bentley here, congratulations and kudos to you because you played that well. I encourage everyone to check out Althea AI and make your AI character NFT that will talk to you when you ask questions. Going to be huge. All right, Noel, I got to make a note of that one because we were talking about that one briefly yesterday. So let me grab a pen real quick here. I'm gonna write that down. All right, what else we got going on in here? Laugh aloud. Pronouns are man, dude. My wife calls me a duck a lot of the time. Ha ha. Spell check. I didn't mean to say duck. Okay. Retro crypto with wealthy. Let's see. This is from Daniel Paul HEX. Retro crypto. When wealthy with HEX, you must not buy things for your wife. She will be happy alone with your love and with some LV bags and some, what is that, Louis Vuitton shoes in different colors and a little car, a Lambo. My wife is so low maintenance. It's not funny. She would be happy in a station wagon for 1981. I kid you not. She could care less. As long as we get to go to Disney World every year. She probably want like something ridiculous like a membership to Disney World or something like that. All right, so back to the AI stuff with the graph. I lost people just then. It's funny how fast you lose people. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Get this video out there. And if you have not subscribed, please do me a favor. Take a moment and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. It definitely encourages the growth. And when I say the growth is exponential, it is. When people join the channel, it literally explodes that fast. So don't think if you don't hit subscribe, it doesn't make a difference really. I got a new subscriber. Yes. See, thank you. Whoever subscribed, I want to thank you. But it does make a difference. Oh man, it's 5:46. Wow. All right. A little later than I thought. Do you guys want me to chart out any more of these projects? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there something that you think I should know about that I didn't talk about? Because I'm here. I got to go to my Muay Thai class in a little bit, but I'm here right now. All right. Let's see. What else can we hit on real quick? Well, I looked at the news today. I wasn't really too excited with the news. I mean, it was a lot of the same, in my opinion. Just a lot of the same. Nothing really excited. All right. Well, everybody's pretty quiet right now. I don't want to just tie people up just to use up time. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Cool. So when I start doing this in the future, I just learned something new. I can click on that and have that pop up there. I like that. That's nice. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this one up, guys. This was fun. I'm going to start doing these more often. Thank you, Retro Crypto, for your stream. Thank you for Thank you for joining the stream. It means a lot to me. Like I said, if you guys haven't had a moment to subscribe, please subscribe. It means the world to me. Make sure you hit that like button and also leave comments. YouTube loves comments. And if you don't know, the channel has the subscriptions that help. Basically, the memberships. The memberships will help me pay for the software and all that good stuff. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys for stopping in, and I guess that's it. So for the time being, I just want to say, stay crypto and stay blessed. All right, guys, I'm out of here.